Hello everyone and welcome back to Manorat Academy. Today we are going to complete our study of the laws of indices by learning about negative and fractional indices. These are two of the most important concepts in IGCSE mathematics syllabus. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the meaning of negative and fractional indices, simplify expressions involving both types of indices, solve IGCSE style examination questions with confidence. So let's get started. Part 1. Negative indices. A negative exponent doesn't mean make the number negative. Instead, it means take the reciprocal or flip the fraction. The reciprocal means turn the fraction upside down. Now, as stated in this law, a to the power of negative n, where is negative n is a negative exponent, it will be 1 over a to the power of n, whereas n is a positive exponent. Let us take this example. Now we find the reciprocal of this value. 5 is a whole number, and any whole number is denominator is 1. We take the reciprocal of this value, 5, it will be 1 out of 5. The reciprocal of x is 1 out of x. If the value has a negative exponent, like in this example, x to the power of negative 3, we take the reciprocal of this value, we flip the fraction upside down, it will be 1 over x cubed. The negative exponent here tells you to take the reciprocal of the value. Then what if the base is already in the denominator? Suppose you have 1 over x to the power of negative 4. Notice that here x it's in the denominator and it is to the power of negative 4. Since the base is already in the denominator, take the reciprocal, then move it to the numerator. It will be x to the power of 4. Why does the exponent becomes positive? Because the negative sign is only a signal to move the base across the fraction bar. Once the base has moved, the negative sign has already done its job, so it is no longer needed. And now let us practice what we have learned. In these examples, we will apply the rules of negative indices to different types of questions. Let us begin with example 1. Write this term with a positive index, m to the power of negative 5. We flip the value, we find the reciprocal of the value, it will be 1 over m to the power of 5. Then find the exact value of 4y all to the power of negative 3. We find the reciprocal of this value, it will be 1 over, and notice that between the brackets we have 4y all raised to the power of negative 3, and here the job of negative 3 to tell you to find the reciprocal, so it will be all to the power of 3. Then, as we learned before in the previous lesson, we distribute the exponent to every term inside the bracket, so it will be 4 cubed, 4 cubed is 64, and y cubed, the whole value will be 1 over 64 y cubed. Simplify 2cd all to the power of negative 2. We flip the value, we find the reciprocal, so it will be 1 over, then 2cd all to the power of 2, then 2 squared is 4, c squared, and d squared. Evaluate 1 over 7 to the power of negative 3. We find the reciprocal of the value, it will be 7 cubed, and 7 cubed is 343. Well done, you have finished part 1. Let us continue with part 2. Now let us learn about fractional indices. As stated in the rule, a to the power of m over n, whereas m over n is an exponent, equals to nth root of a all to the power of m. A fractional index represented both a root and a power. Once you understand this rule, simplifying these expressions becomes much easier. To understand the rule, let us take some examples. For example, we have 16 to the power 1 over 2. And the denominator of the exponent tells you the type of the root. It means find the square root of 16, and square root of the 16 is 4. Similarly, 25 to the power of half, it means find the square root of 25, and it is 5. 8 to the power of third, the denominator here is 3. This means find the cube root of 8, and the cube root of 8 is 2. 27 to the power of third, it means find the cube root of 27, which is 3. From these examples, we get the following rules. A to the power of half, it means find the square root of a to the power of 1/3, find the cube root of a to the power of 1 over n, whereas n could be any number. Find the nth root of a. Now let us practice with some more examples involving numerators and denominator. Let us take 64 to the power of 2 over 3. The denominator tells you the type of the root. Here we find the cube root of 64, then we apply the power. Cube root of 64 is 4, then we square the number, the final answer is 16. Then one more example, 81 to the power of 3 over 4. The denominator tells you to find the fourth root of 81, then we cube the value. The fourth root of 81 is 3, then cubed, the final answer is 27. So denominator tells you the type of the root, numerator tells you to apply the power. Now it is your turn. Pause the video, solve these exercises, and then continue to compare your answers with mine. Find the value of 81 to the power of half, 64 to the power of third, 1 over 36 all to the power of half. Okay, check your answers with mine. Half means to find the square root of 81, which equals to 9. Third means find the cube root of 64, and this is 4. 1 over 36, we distribute the root to each part of this fraction, so it means find the square root of 1 over square root of 36. Square root of 1 is 1, square root of 36 is 6. 27 over to the power of 2 over 3, it means we find the cube root of 27, then we apply the power. Cube root of 27 is 3, squared equals to 9. Square root of 25, then we cube the value. Square root of 25 is 5, then cubed, it is 125. Now let us take these examples to apply the rules we have already studied. Simplify 8 to the power of negative 2 over 3. We take the reciprocal of the value. It will be 1 over 8 to the power of 2 over 3, and the denominator of the exponent tells you the type of the root. Cube root of 8 all to the power of 2. Then cube root of 8 is 2. We square the value, then it will be 1 over 4. This is the final answer. 2. Find the reciprocal 1 over 16 to the power of 3 over 4. 1, the fourth root of 16 all to the power of 3. Then the fourth root of 16 is 2. Then we apply the power 1 over 8. Great job! Before we finish, here are a few helpful tips. Always follow this order. If the exponent is negative, write the reciprocal. If the exponent is fractional, evaluate the root first, then apply the power. Write your final answer using positive indices. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.